we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Bortles' Jaguars. With that, we head upstate to Jacksonville and a rainy Everbank Field, where we say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with a rookie. It's Kenneth Dixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you worked confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's got room. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Caught left side. Gilmore. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
No surprise at all that a Penn State linebacker named Paul Posluszny usually leads his team in tackles.
Second down, it's Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Calais Campbell on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 1 yard to go here on third down. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhill. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Hey. 4 down. Green 39. Green 39. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Jimmy Smith looks like the corners that you want coming into the league now. Long, ability to play the football in the air, terrific cover guy.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On play action, now Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On third and long, it's Bortles. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson, busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long for Joe Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Bortles now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
There we go now. Green 90. Green 96.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 1st down, Bortles to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, wasn't
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge. In the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? He's going to float this one. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Here's Bortles to throw, and that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's now 4th and 3. On 4th down, it's the man replacing Brian Anger. This is the former Panther, Brad Nortman, to punt it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. This is taken around the 12. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They come up in an offset eye. Dixon on the pitch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The rookie Dixon gets another carry. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Flacco looks to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. One receiver left, two to the right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Danny Woodhead is intended target. And now it's second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly had. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Now Flacco. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Flacco. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Third down and 12. Third down. Flacco needs a decent shot. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked off by the rookie, Miles Jack. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On first down, Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there. First down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That's complete. Right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Flacco here on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Dixon on the give from Flacco. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and actually tamps down a defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd down and just 1.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Third down now following the completed pass. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Second down, Flacco now. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third and short, it's Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Second down following the run. On second down, Flacco to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.